Hey guys, welcome to another interesting segment on Home Truth Nigeria. So today I'd like to talk on topic when should I suspect my Nigerian man? There are messages from women who are dating Nigerian men, but for whatever reason they are not 100% sure if they are with the right guy. Now, a lot of you watching this video, there's this Nigerian man you love, you're dating, but you're still having your reservations. There are certain things that he does that triggers you to suspect if he's with you truly for love. Now, there are two reasons why a lot of you are, having your suspecting things. One is the relationship irregularities you find. Basically, like there are things that are not normal that you find in a relationship, but then because you love him, you've decided to brush it out. You've termed it as harmless, something that is due to differences in culture. And then another thing is the stigma associated with Nigerian men over time, where people tend to think every Nigerian man is a romance scammer. So I mean, this would keep you all the more suspicious. Now, you're wondering, seeing these things, should I be concerned or should I just brush them aside? Well, that's why I'm making this video today. This would be to be a series of three videos where I'll be talking on three signs. When you see them, you should be suspicious, or you should suspect that your Nigerian man is not with you for the right thing. Basically, this should keep your eyebrow raised and then wanting you to, like, okay, why is this dude basically with me? Well, the first thing I'll talk on in this video is always dating Western women. Now, before I start, there are few Nigerian men who are in Nigeria and they just want to try something new, like a novelty, want to try dating women of other nationalities, other culture. Nigerian men do that. However, one thing to suspect from a Nigerian man you are dating, especially the one in Nigeria, and you notice that in his previous relationship, he's always dated women who are, from a particular nationality or a particular geographical area. Let's say he's always dating women from the United States. He lives in Nigeria, never left the shores of Nigeria. But he's always dating women from the US, or he's always dating women from Canada, Australia, or any of this supposed country that is considered to be strong economically. Now, it could be by chance, right? It could be that, okay, maybe it's just something that happened by chance. But if it is consistent and he has never left Nigeria, you should be highly suspicious. If you meet a Nigerian man who is in Nigeria and he's always online, looking for a white lady or an American, black American, Hispanic American, whatever the case is, or Canadian, or any country you think is strong economically, the first question is, why is he interested in women from this particular geographical region? Why is he interested in women only in the United States of America? Why is he interested in women only in Canada, or women in certain parts of Europe? Why is this the case? Why is he talking to women from a particular part of the continent? This is something you should think. It is totally different if you meet a Nigerian man who previously had dated a Nigerian lady and it didn't go well. And then by chance, wasn't planned, he just stumbled onto something somewhere and then he started talking to a Western lady online. That's fine. You know that something bred it up by chance. But I'll be very cautious when I'm with a Nigerian man whose chat history, people he follows on Facebook, Instagram, are women from a particular part of the world. On Instagram, is he following only American women and Nigerian women? Is he following only women from Canada? You just have to look at these things. You would get the answer there. If you're with a Nigerian man who says, okay, look, I don't want to date Nigerian women, but I want to try and explore women from other culture. And then you see he dated a Russian lady. He dated a lady from Thailand, from Vietnam, Philippines. They're an American lady. You could see that this guy is actually moving with his heart. He's not fixated at a particular geographical point where he's looking for a woman. It is totally different if every woman he's dated is from the United States. He dated a black American woman 2 years ago. Last year he dated another one, and then this year he's dating another black American woman. Mm. I will be very, very, very suspicious, yeah, especially when you know that there's a consistency with women from particular nationality or tribe or ethnicity, especially when you talk about the US, Canada, Australia, UK, and some part of Europe. I will be very, very suspicious. Now, it could be maybe he's just one guy who doesn't want to date Nigerian women again because he's tried it and he doesn't want to do it. And this can actually, it can actually happen. But however, the truth why you should be really concerned about this is that some guys who don't have money to leave Nigeria, some guys, like I said, some guys who don't have the means to leave Nigeria, a lot of them look for women. You see these guys, they'll be in Nigeria, they will go online, look for Western women, and then try to go into relationship with them, so in hopes that these women would help them travel to their dream or desirable country. It is always countries that are considered economically stable: US, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, the UK, just name them, Germany, Switzerland, just name these countries. It's never countries that that you know that, okay, is not so strong economically like these countries. And that's why if you see a Nigerian man who is dating a lady in Venezuela, for instance, or dating a lady in and Fiji or Papua New Guinea or stuff, you see these guys are actually in love, actually in love. They just met this lady. They are attracted to this lady. Now, it doesn't mean the ones dating women in the US and other parts of the world, they are not in love. Of course, a lot of them are in love, but it is very good to raise your antenna, especially when you notice that this guy is only dating women from the United States or from Canada or from the UK, or is dating women who are from these countries that are considered economically stable. It is what being suspicious. So if you find this out and you're suspecting this, what should you do about it? The first thing is make him understand you want to move to Nigeria. So a lot of you, while you're in your lovey-dovey stage with this Nigerian man, he tells you smooth things, everything. You're happy, and the goal is that you will come marry him, and then and then he will relocate to join you in US, Canada, Australia, USA mostly, USA mostly, Canada, Australia, and other countries. That's the goal. It's always been the goal. Marry me, and then I come and join you. That's always the goal. It works for some people. For most people, it doesn't work. Now, when you are in such situation, one way, especially you start suspecting that this dude is always talking to women from this part of the world, one way to go about this is to give him the impression that, look, I don't want to remain in my country. I want to move to Nigeria. And he asks you, babe, why do you want to move to Nigeria? I say, oh, I love the weather. I love spicy food. And I just want to move there. That's it. I just want to move there. I'm tired of US or Canada or wherever you are. Just want to move to Nigeria. And then the next concern will be, but how will you survive? I mean, I don't have make enough money to take care of you. How will you survive? And this is where you say, oh, don't worry. If I come, I can get a job, teaching job. I can do things online, create content, become a YouTuber, and stuff like that. So you could point out these things to him. Now, if he keep insisting on things like, babe, I truly love you, but I don't think Nigeria is for you. Just stay in the US. Let me come to the US and then stay with you, and then we can build, and then later on we can come to Nigeria. I will be very, very suspicious of that dude. The truth is, anybody who loves you, anybody who genuinely loves you, and even though you don't plan on moving to Nigeria, and you keep telling the person that, look, I want to come to Nigeria and to stay, the person will like, okay, you know what, come, we'll figure it out. Come, we'll figure it out. I just want to be with you wherever you are. I will figure it out. So this is very important. So this is why you have to be very, very careful when you meet these guys online. Do who break protocols. They come to you. You're on a Western dating site, and then this guy break protocols. They go around the VPN, or they join one group on Facebook for singles, and then they're in Nigeria. You are somewhere in your country, and then they start first by love bombing you, making you feel happy and excited. Most times these guys, the goal is to leave the country. They just want to leave where they are. Some of you go on this site and then you declare you're single. It becomes a thing of national and international interest that you're single, and then you find these guys coming to you. They love bomb you, like, oh, look at you, you're sweet. Look how nice you are. Wow, look at you, you are gorgeous, gorgeous. And then you're like, oh wow, saying this gives me emotional damage, you know, and you're excited, and then they give you the love bomb you, and then 90% of you fall into it. I know some of you say, never, I will never fall into love bombing. That's not true. That's not true. The thing is, you don't even know when you're being love bombed. No matter how much you have your guards raised high, you don't know when you're being love bombed. You see, love bomb can be, it can be updated, repackaged, and then served to you. Even if you give it to your friends may not even recognize you being love bombed. But one thing is for sure that shows you being love bombed: you stop reasoning normal. When you stop, you stop seeing things clearly. So, guys, this video in this first chapter is just to make you guys be aware that if you see a track record in that Nigerian man, and he's always dating women of a particular nationality, particular continent, and yet he's in Nigeria, it is what you've been suspicious. You should think something is up. In the next video, we'll look at the next thing that should raise your suspiciousness. So, guys, to be continued. As always, like, share, subscribe. Home Trade Nigeria. Peace out.